Hey guys, Slash Arbiter here, and I've actually got a rant today. This is my first Scipio rant on the CodeEquestria channel, and it's about something right behind me. Behind me. The Call of Duty poster. Not the poster itself, but more specifically, something going on in the world of Call of Duty. And Call of Duty is going to be a competitive sport at the X Games. Sport. Excuse me? I like a good game of Call of Duty just as much as the next guy, but video games are not a fucking sport. First of all, going by the actual definition of a sport is an activity involving physical exertion and skill in which an individual or team competes against others for entertainment. Now, what people are gonna say is, oh, well, it's competitive and it's against each other, but it doesn't involve physical exertion. I mean, I guess you can get exhausted sitting there with your thumb on your joysticks yelling, I fucked your mom, I'm so good, I'm 12. But, come on, let's face it, that's half the community right there. But, seriously, gaming itself is not a sport at all. I don't know why people think it is. But, people do. People think it's a sport. Why? If you can give me one legitimate reason why gaming is a sport, go ahead, give it to me. I can guarantee you, I will disprove it. Either I will, Lionel will, someone will. Someone definitely will. Now, another thing that makes me angry about this is the fact, and now people are also gonna be stupid about this, but things like cheerleading or marching band, things like that, are not considered sports. Why? They fit those things. They involve physical exertion. Trust me, as a guy that's been doing marching band for 8 years, it kicks your ass sometimes. Especially after a nice long summer, if you haven't, done a whole lot. Those weeks of band camp that you go back, your ass is kicked right back into shape, and there is nothing you can do to stop it. You will be cramped, you will be tired, and you will want to go to bed as soon as you get home. Trust me. So, why? Someone fucking explain this. Call of fucking Duty, video gaming in general, isn't a sport. Why? It just annoys me to no end that this has literally happened. Esports. I think that's a silly term because I don't know. I just think the whole idea of it is really stupid because people don't want to see people sit there, playing video games at the X Games. People want to see people doing crazy shit on skateboards and snowboards and the like at a sporting event, at the X Games, That'd be like saying, I'm gonna go order WrestleMania to watch them play WWE 14. Or I'm gonna go to the Phillies game to watch a live screening of MLB. MLB 2K, is that a 2K thing now? I don't know. That's exactly what that's like to me. I'm going to go pay to go to the X Games to watch a bunch of people stand around, playing Call of Duty for the next 5 hours of my life. It just doesn't belong. Some things don't go together. Video gaming and sports as the same thing don't go together. It's stupid. It shouldn't happen. I don't know why it's happening. There's so many more things that should be considered sports that aren't. I can't get over this. It's just stupid. I'm repeating myself at this point, but really, you don't wear yourself out playing video games. I mean, hours and hours and hours of gaming it can tire you out. But that's because you're sitting there staring at a screen, and the same would happen if you sat down to watch TV for a few hours. You know, it just happens. Your body just naturally gets tired after a few hours. But, you know, I don't get physically tired from playing the video games when it happens, you know? After... It's just not physical activity. Should not be considered a sport. Ever. Until it starts... If there were sporting, like, simulators that gave you the same physical activity, and if you felt everything the same, then maybe I'd make an exception. But things like, even with the Kinect and even that's not a sport. Is it physical? Yes. Can it be competitive? Yes, but it's still not a sport. That's not... No. I think it should be something that's physical, real people, and you're actually moving more than 2 feet, which is what you're doing with the fucking Kinect. So, it's a rather short rant, but I'm going to end it there, because at this point I'm repeating myself. But you see what I'm saying. Video gaming, not a sport. And it's not just because it's Call of Duty. Trust me. I like Call of Duty. Like I said, I like a good game of Call of Duty as much as the next guy. I'd say the same thing if it was, Halo, my favorite game series. I'd say the same thing if it was fucking Fallout somehow. I don't know. But video gaming's not a sport. If you give me a good reason why, I doubt I'll agree, but, I just don't ever see it as being a real sport.